Diskpart is a command that you may well see mentioned on the 220-802A+ exam, and this is probably the only command that I've seen that will make you more nervous than the format command. This is a command line utility that has an awful lot of power, and it provides the ability to manage all kind of disk objects. Now, we can manage disks, partitions on the disks, volumes. We can do all kind of things with Diskpart. Now, Diskpart commands are called and run in the background when you perform tasks using the Disk Management GUI or Graphical User Interface tool. So anytime you open up Disk Management and start doing things, as you click and check boxes and say OK and things happen, keep in mind that what's really happening in the background, Diskpart commands are being executed with one minor difference. That Graphical User Interface, the Disk Management tool, will prohibit you from inadvertently, or I guess we could say from very easily, performing actions that will result in data being lost. I mean, if you can read the warnings that pop up, you shouldn't lose any data with that graphical tool. However, with Diskpart, you can do some serious damage to a disk by executing the wrong command. So what exactly can you do with Diskpart? Well, anything that you can do in disk management in the Graphical User Interface tool, you can accomplish with Diskpart, and much more. So in the Working Files folder, I've put a guide out there, the Diskpart guide. This is a PDF document, and this thing is 60-70 pages long. You don't need to memorize all this or be a Diskpart expert, but just take a look at Diskpart. But for the purposes of the 802 exam, just know what Diskpart is. It is the command line utilities that we can use to partition and organize our disks and create partitions and move partitions and drop partitions and extend and shrink and so forth. It is the engine behind a lot of the disk management functionalities. Just know what Diskpart is, know what we do with it, and I think you'll be okay for this exam. For the real world, you may want to look and read through some of that documentation, because you will from time to time find all kind of troubleshooting and problem resolution things on Microsoft's website on some of their support documentations that do have you open up Diskpart and use it. But that's way past the scope of this exam. So just know what Diskpart is, know what you would use it for, and I think you'll be okay.